It's time to do a recap of the best plants from 2023. Let's go. So we're going to be looking at annuals and perennials today, and this list came from Greenhouse Management's article where they went through and pulled the top performers from all of the different trial gardens around the country to make this great list. So trial gardens are places where the plant breeders will take their best plants and grow them out in different conditions, sun or shade, different parts of the country, and then see how they perform right next to the other company's genetics to see who's the best. So I'm not going to go over the entire list, but I'm going to show you some of my favorites. So this first one is Coleus solar flare, and me being a sucker for Coleus, I really love this plant. What they said is this one works in sun or shade, really nice leaf shape with electrified edges, so that really bright color on the edges. So this is going to work well in landscapes or containers. Next we've got a dahlia, and I've not had good luck with dahlias, but this one I definitely want to try. It's called Dahlia dalagria, which I love that name, apricot tricolor. So the blooms are going to have 3 different colors on them. The foliage is black or nearly black. So it actually makes for an interesting plant even when it's not blooming. So that one looks really cool. Next, we've got the Rudbeckia Sunbeckia series, and I've never seen a bloom color or a plant just get totally covered in blooms like this in a Rudbeckia before. So I'm pretty excited about this one. I'm working on getting some plugs for it so that we can grow it here too. Next is a series of 3 different Coleus. You know I'm a sucker for Coleus. And this one's called the Talavera series. And so they've got that Talavera hues and coloring tones. And this one immediately caught my eye this summer. I saw a lot of people talking about it within the industry. So you're going to see this one come into market in 2024. Something to look forward to. Next, we've got a plant with a purpose. This is Salvia silver scent. So this is actually the sage that you use for cooking, but what they've done is they've made it a lot more compact. So what people are going to do with it is put it on flower bed borders, and it's really low maintenance, very drought tolerant, very sun tolerant, and you can use it for cooking. This one really caught my eye. I've seen this one in person. It is Echinacea double scoop watermelon, and it is insane looking because the color is super awesome, but the structure of that flower being a double bloomed echinacea, just giving you loads and loads of color, it's pretty unique. We've got a proven winner sighting here. One of the winners from the trials was Astilbe Dark Side of the Moon. It's got a deep chocolate burgundy foliage and is the only dark leaf selection on the market that also has purple flowers. Something to keep your eye on. Next is a plant that I don't know how to pronounce. I've always called it agastache, and then someone that is a very good plant person called it agastache, which sounds more fancy. Anyway, this is agastache, Belicious Pink, and it gets large pink flower spikes from the start of summer until the end of fall, and it's very fragrant. And the reason why this was picked as a winner is because the pollinators were going crazy for this wherever they planted it. Next, we've got another echinacea. They have been getting a lot of good popularity because of their eye-popping flowers. This is one that we grew this year, and that's Echinacea Panama Red. No other echinacea has this color. It is so cool, and people just love it. Okay, we've got a long name here. Centaria Fancy Fillers Chrome Fountain. This is going to replace the old look of that Dusty Miller because it's got that silvery foliage and the really unique leaf pattern, but it's not going to be as rangy and long as a Dusty Miller is. More compact, fits into containers or in a landscape bed. The next one is a lantana, and there have been a ton of new lantanas on the market over the last few years. This one is actually truly unique. It's called passion fruit, and it actually works really well in a hanging basket more than any other because of its growth habit. It makes a nice mound and then hangs down just a little without being long and leggy, and it just gets covered in blooms for the entire season. There's a new sun patient. I love sun patients. This one's called Compact Red Candy. Vibrant bicolor flowers, which I love, and it has a very dark foliage, which is also pretty unique. We'll put a link to the full article down in the description, and you can check out all of the different plants that I didn't have time to talk about in this video, but it's looking like 2024 is going to be a really fun year for a lot of new plant varieties.